mirroring down into 3D.
I think a good analogy would be if you tune the radio to 93.7, for example, you can hear that station going on, but it doesn't mean that 102.8 or 93.1 doesn't exist anymore. It's still existing in the same area. It's just that part, you're not tuned into that part. So the mind or the body is able to, we're all sort of tuned in right now to this particular room. So we're all collectively focused on this room, but that doesn't mean that there isn't other frequencies going on in covering the same space.
We'd like to think that, this is the only frequency that's going on, but it's not, and that's the problem. And until we decide to open ourselves up and we decide to acknowledge that we do have the abilities when trained, and everybody in the world has been programmed, most population has been programmed to think that this is the only frequency that's going on right now, and that this is all, which it's not. So they don't understand that there's higher and lower, and it's perfect for keeping everybody literally soul trapped here, because souls are energy, and they have a whole thing going on with literally raping the energy of the mass consciousness here on Earth in this realm. And they also are they're almost like using the many places I go or magazines I read, I always see a lot of stuff showing that the Nazis are still, like, there's that vibration still there, and it's quite close to ours. And there's a couple of other ones, but that one's one of the specific ones that I think that is going on right now, and that is causing a lot of havoc in this reality, this instant.
Yeah, I would agree. I think that it's just named, that the word Nazi is just named now. We're using that word, but I think this particular stream of consciousness that we are now calling Nazis goes back pre-Atlantean times, and they've just incarnated into the same bloodlines over and over again.
Mm-hmm. So I think. Go ahead, continue on.
Okay, so why don't you talk some about most of the unfolding of events that are going on now is going on in the fourth frequency or fourth density, and then it sort of is put together in the fourth density or the astral realm, and then superimposed down onto the 3D realm, and then becomes manifest as physical reality. So it's almost now as if 3D is really not where you can make the changes happen. It's the higher frequencies, and they sort of fall down and then come to this pocket here.
Exactly. If I want to manifest something, I can go ahead and go into that frequency, create it, and then it will manifest
so
here.
If thought is everything, like that chair wouldn't be sitting there had someone not had an idea or a thought to put it there, or had someone not had an idea to build that chair or put it together, it wouldn't be there. So thought is everything in that respect. And thought and imagination, or imagination, magi, so the magic or the creation comes from that area. So then it's built and done on the astral realm, and like I said, then it sort of trickles down and then manifests as the physical here.
By us?
Yes.
We do it
individually. Individually, but there's a collective. So we're all working as a collect. There is a like we're all in agreement now that that's a chair or then that's a table. So there is that. But there. So it's all, we're all as a collective going like that, but within the collective there are single individuals going around. So I mean, in a sense, then that would make there is a sense of destiny going on in the what's happening now.
The problem is that they know how this works, and they know if they go do these things in the astral realms, then it will manifest here and it will keep humanity in slavery, and that's exactly what they want. So the elite know exactly what's going on. I had an instance where I went to, I think it was the Hilton Hotel, and it was Valentine's Day, and I was there with my brother, and we were just having a really, really good time. And I just noticed different pictures and the way it was made, the hotel, and I thought, it's very, very strange. So I realized when I went to sleep that night that it was specifically set out for the elite, because most of the wealthy people that would stay at the Hilton Hotel, it was set out that you could literally access they have this whole thing going where you could just go out of your body and access it. And they were surprised to see me there. Then I just popped out there, and it's set so that you can go out of your body, because that's what they do. They meet outside. They don't meet here because it's too evident. They don't want to leave evidence around. It'd be too easy. So when I popped it there, I was like, oh, so I realized that this hotel is built specifically for the elite. So the elite who stay here can then just go, literally, because they can go out of their body. They have those abilities, and then they can go and join, and have meetings and stuff. So I figured out that that's how
certain restaurant chains and hotel chains are specifically used for that. So they're built on dragon lines or ley lines, where that allows an easier access to a pocket or a frequency area that has been built. So Hilton is one of the hotels. If you look, actually, the symbol of the way that Hilton is, the H has a snake's tail coming around, so it sort of like tells those who need to be there, who are appropriate to be there, where to go. Like with the road signs, we're told how specific road signs work, but there are multiple meanings to the road signs that will send you in a different direction if you knew what to look for.
Can continue on.
Okay.
I think I do want to speak about Mars and about the whole thing that's happening with children.
Okay, you go ahead. Yeah,
Okay, so I ever since a child, I have memories of coming through the sun, or the sun is a sun portal, and it's to block out anybody or anything that's trying to pass that hasn't gained enough energy. I would say that this universe is sort of like an energy bank. You either lose it or you gain it due to the nobility and everything else that you express in a very positive manner. And I'm very much against just love and light teaching, because I think it lets people be used and abused no matter what. But I think that there is a happy medium to this, and we should always try to act with nobility and dignity and kindness and everything else to others. And so I think the sun, the energy of the sun kind of blocks it. I've read stories where, a long time ago, they said that certain of the Nephilim was flying towards the sun, and they were nearly burned because they had done crimes against humanity. And there was a prophet who told them, turn around before you get burned by the sun, because you can't pass because of what they were wreaking havoc on earth. And it was a very, very interesting story. I think I read that, and I think it's the book of Enoch. I read that. This is very, very interesting. So I remember coming through the sun and just traveling through different worlds, and all of the planets were inhabited, and there were great wars that went on. I would say they were angelic wars. I'll have to explain angelic wars, but they went on, and there was a lot of nuclear wars that went on, and Mars actually is just showing this, like I said a while ago. And I believe that somehow everything goes back to Mars. I've met people who I remember from Mars, and I was able to remember the memories of nuclear war going on Mars. They were highly advanced beings, by the way, and a certain group left, and they left apparently to Earth, and a certain group stayed behind to try, because there were some sort of blast that was going to happen, and they were trying to contain it. And what happened is the blast happened, and when it did, with nuclear, it goes throughout the dimensions. This is why nuclear is very, very dangerous for us, because it does not only affect 3D, it affects every dimension that there is. And this is why even some of the bad or more negative factions do not want nuclear happening, because they are aware what happens with this. It literally creates a hole in space and time, and it is probably one of the most lethal things that humanity has. Well, these souls were these beings, because they couldn't die, because they were highly advanced, it mutated them. It mutated their very soul essence. And when they came to Earth, they it was the line of royalty from what I believe on Mars. And when they came to Earth, they came into bodies here, and they're some of the controllers of the world right now.